Take your place. Oh no, no. To feel the warmth of your embrace. Help me find a way. Bring me back to you. Bring me back. Oh, you know the words, you sing along. Jesus. Draw me close to you. You sing. Draw me close to you. Never let me go. Never let me go. I lay it all down. I lay it all down again. Yes, to hear you say that I'm your friend. You are my desire. You are my desire. No one else will do. No one else will do. 'Cause nothing else can take your place. 'Cause nothing else can take your place. Just to feel the warmth of your embrace. Help me find a way, Lord. Help me find a way. Bring me back to you. Bring me back to you. All over the building with hands lifted. Lift your voice and let them know how much you need it. Sing. You're all I want. You're all I need. Yeah. You're all I've ever needed. Oh, yes, you are. You're all I want. Help me know you are me. Help me know you are me. Hello everyone. Uh, I invite all of you and welcome you all on this meditation session in pursuit of happiness. Um, I especially welcome Acharya Anupam ji for sparing time at 9:30 p.m. in India so that we in Africa can do this meditation. Thanks a lot, Acharya Anupam ji. Just a small introduction. Acharya Anupam ji is a very senior Acharya, and he is in coordination with Osho Dhara for a very long time. The institute through Indian Institute of Yoga and Management, we are doing the regular meditations here in Kenya. So I welcome Acharya Anupam ji. Thanks a lot for joining with us. So hand over to Acharya Anupam ji.
Thank you, Ashish Rajat ji. Thank you very much. Good evening, dear friends. Let us switch on our cameras first so that I may be face to face with you.
I also request all of you to please switch on the cameras so that Acharya ji is able to see us.
We could be communicating in a better way. Let us first have a look on each other.
Yeah.
So that we may begin.
Yes.
Yes, dear friends. Okay, if you are not comfortable, then let us begin with the sitting straight with your back and neck comfortably as possible. Just we'll chant 3 sounds, a, u, and ma. A for the purification and health of our lower limbs below the belt, and U for the middle part of our body from the waistline to the shoulder, and Ma for the upper part of our body from shoulder and above. So on your places, just pronounce the sound as long as possible. Feel the vibration in your limbs, legs, calf muscles, knees, thighs, and the belt area. For the purification of our upper part of the body, middle part of the body, from the waistline to the shoulders, let us pronounce oo sound and feel the vibration there. Ooh. Feel the middle part of your body has got healed, purified. Now let's pronounce ma sound as long as possible, feeling the vibration of the sound in your head, above the neck. Feel that you are completely comfortable, relaxed, and at peace. Let's now pray to the God. Oh, lead us from unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to the light. Lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Rub both of your hands. Put on your eyes, face, and the rest of your body. Yes, dear friends, as our title says, we are all in the pursuit of happiness. Everybody is in search of happiness, fun and pleasure. Not only we human being, but every living being is in search of it. Not only living being, even the plants and vegetations too are trying to reach the sky as high as possible. Zooming and tilting with the air they are being touched with. So, dear friend, let's first ask ourselves, why do we want to be happy? Why do one want to be happy? Let's make it an interactive session. After all, why is man in pursuit of happiness? Everybody is in pursuit of happiness. Let us participate in the discussion. Kennedy Hodge, are you listening to me? Evans, Peter Mania, anybody? Let us share. Why do we be wanting happiness?
When you're happy.
Yes, Evans is speaking here.
When you are happy,
yeah,
generally you live a comfortable life. You tend to be comfortable.
Wonderful. We'll be leading a very comfortable life, full of joy. Yes, Peter Maniaji, would you like to speak something? Why people want happiness?
I think also people want to be happy so that they can prolong life.
Of course, wonderful.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah,
Only a happy man can live longer.
yeah, and also they
Yeah,
remove stress from
A sad and miserable man will always
Yeah.
be full of diseases and ailments and will die soon.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, wonderful. Two beautiful answers. P. Ezerji, Lillian, Holden, your views on it. Why does human being want so much happiness all the time? Sitting, walking, talking. He wants happiness, thinking. Kennedy Hawes is ready to speak.
To
Yes.
do away with societies of this world.
To do away with? To do away with sorrow and miseries, etc. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Very good, friend. Thank you for the contribution. We want happiness because being happy is extremely essential. Why? Because a happy man can never think ill of others. And when we not think ill of others, we are all friends. We would like everybody to grow, to progress in life. And everybody will be friendly. There will be a universal brotherhood if man is happy. Whatever misadventures are taking place in the world, it is because people are frustrated. People are upset. People are not in coordination with life. So being happy is very essential for the world to be at peace. Now, what is this happiness? What are the components of happiness? Can we guess? What is happiness made of? What can be the ingredients of happiness?
Good friends.
Yes. Wonderful.
Friends.
Friends, good friends. And one of the ingredient of happiness is good company, good friends, fellow beings, family, friends, and what makes one happy? There are so many components, ingredients. Let us come out 2, 3, 4. Yes. Amardeep is trying to say something. Okay, listen to me and then let's see, do you agree with them or not? There are 4 essential components of happiness. One is satisfaction. Everybody would like to be satisfied with whatever he has, with his job, with his family, with his friends. He wants to be happy, to be satisfied with the kind of house he has, with the kind of car he has. So the first component of happiness is satisfaction. The second is achievements. Everybody would like to have some achievements, fulfilling some targets, some goals. That is an essential component of happiness. And then intimacy. Intimacy with someone. Life is dear when someone is near, our master says. And we do feel. Life is dear when someone is near, very close to us. So we want to be intimated. We want to desire and be desired. And the fourth one is the comfort. These 4 are the essential ingredients of happiness: satisfaction, achievements, intimacy, and comfort. We here, the Indian wisdom has been talking about all these in a very compact manner, and all the scriptures are teaching about this. They say that the life is meaningful, the life is worth living only when we are able to generate and distribute some value, when we are able to make our life meaningful first. If we are not able to make our life valuable for someone or for the society, for the family, for the friend, we are never satisfied. We'll always be feeling humiliated, inferiority complex will fall upon us. So they say that one should create value, one should generate value, one should study, get a job, be useful for the society, for his friends, and for the larger good of others. This we in India call dharma. There are 4 purusharth, the pillars which make human life meaningful. The first is generating and distributing values, helping others, helping the needy, helping the nature to be purified, to protect nature, to do something for the animals, for the rivers, for the for you can say the environment. That is the first. Then we say that the value which we have created, the money which we have earned, should be used for personal pleasure and for the fulfillment of our needs. There are so many needs in our life. We must make use of that money, that value which we have created for our own pleasure, for our own fun, for our family and friend. The next thing is that we should achieve something which other people appreciate. We want to be appreciated. We want to be appreciated by others. That appreciation will generate something in us which makes us happy, which makes us cheerful. And the humanity is surprised. Nowadays, neuroscientists have found the correlation between these 4 pillars and the hormones which are produced in our body in certain conditions. It is surprisingly matching with those 4 pillars. Those 4 pillars in Indian religion, in Indian wisdom are: first is dharma, the second is earth, the third is kam, and the fourth is moksha. Dharma, they mean to work for others, for the benefit of others. And earth means to create value, to earn money, to make something, to be useful. And kam is making friends, being intimate, enjoy with your family and friends, to be a little selfish, that is being worthy of giving pleasure to your own friends and family. And the fourth is getting liberated from all the pains and sufferings and sorrows of the world. That is moksha. So what the neuroscientists have found that when a human being walks, runs, laughs, plays something, plays volleyball, plays cricket, or anything, there are certain hormones in his body which are released from the glands. And that hormone is named as endorphin. When we walk, when we laugh, when we run, when we play, when we read some funny jokes, some funny material when we watch on the TV, certain hormones are released in our body, directly in our blood. And that hormone they have named painkiller, endorphin. Endorphin is a painkiller hormone. That is what is generated in the soldiers in the field, in the battlefield. That is what is generated in a player when he is playing in the playground and his thumb is injured and he doesn't feel any pain at all. So that hormone is correlating with the Indian calm, Indian moksha, which liberates him from pain, from suffering. That is what doctors have found now. And the second hormone, which is called serotonin. Serotonin is a kind of hormone in our body which is released when we help someone, when we are useful to others, when somebody gets benefited with our actions. A certain kind of hormone is released in us, in our body, and that makes us cheerful, that makes us happy, that makes us satisfied. We can associate it with our life. Whenever we help someone, some needy, when we give food to some hungry person, we are automatically satisfied. Why? Because some hormones are being released from our glands, and that hormone neuroscientist has recognized is called serotonin, helping others. They are called that is called good mood hormone, that serotonin. And when we achieve something, when we meet some target, there is another kind of hormone which is released in our body, which is called dopamine. Dopamine kind of hormone is released when something is achieved. We have bought a new car, we have bought a new house, we wanted to achieve some goal and we have achieved. Certain hormones are released in our body. That is called dopamine. And when we are intimate with someone, when we hug someone, when we shake hands, there is a hormone which is called oxytocin, which is released in our body, and that makes us happy. So, taking into consideration all these chemical and hormone release in our body, simply 4 things can be said which makes man happy. That if one wants to live a life full of happiness and bliss, he must take exercise, walk, play, so that a lot of endorphin is released in his body, which makes him quite energetic, healthy, and happy. The second thing is, he must help someone or the other. He must do something for the larger good, for the poor people, for the needy ones. The happiness is 50%, 25%, 25%. If he takes enough exercise, if he give enough exercise to his body, endorphin is released, which makes him happy. And if he helps others, if he do some charity, then second hormone is released in his body, which is called serotonin. And when he achieves something in his life, every day something is achieved. You wanted to accomplish this work today, and you have accomplished. A certain kind of satisfaction is felt. That is called dopamine. And the fourth one is oxytocin, when you are close with your family members, when you are taking your child in your lap, when you hug someone, when you touch someone, that kind of hormone which makes us happy. So all these things can be generated now and here, because human mind is specially programmed for these things. It is only human mind which has got this capacity, this capability. And what is that? There is a frontal lobe in our mind, which has the capacity of visualization, which has the capacity of imagination, which can think out of anything, out of nothing. And that which we think can generate all these types of hormones in our body, and we feel the original kind of happiness. So we shall do a little experiment with visualization and imagination by using all our senses: thinking, visualizing, imagining, remembering, associating ourselves with certain situations. And we'll see that all these kinds of hormones can be generated knowingly, willingly, with awareness in our body. And we shall feel the satisfaction we would like to be there in our life always. So let us do a small experiment. I would like Dinesh to play a soft music, and I request you all to close your eyes and sit comfortably as possible. The position you would feel yourself in comfort. Sit as comfortably as possible. Feel your body, remember your body. Just imagine you are watching your body. Close your eyes softly. Feel the touch of your body on the chair, the bed, where you are sitting, on the ground. See, the body is completely relaxed, comfortable, and at peace. Watch your breaths coming in, going out. Just be aware of your breathing. Feel the breaths coming in touching your nostrils and going out after a little pause, touching your nostril again. These breaths are beautiful and precious gift of God to us. Now, watch your thoughts. See if there is any thought in your mind. Just be aware of the thoughts which is there in your mind. The miracle is whenever you are aware of your thought, the thought withers away. Now, we have the capacity to think what we want. The existence has given us the power to imagine, to visualize what we wish. So here, think yourself walking in a beautiful park. You are taking a walk. A cool, fresh breeze is blowing. You are enjoying the walk. Imagine as clearly as possible, or remember when you walked in a park. Look at what's around you. Feel your feet as they touch the grounds. With each step, pay attention to what you can hear. You are able to hear the footsteps, the talk people are having around, the breeze, wind touching the branches and leaves of the trees. After a long walk, imagine yourself sitting still on a bench in the park. Notice the weight of your body. The warmth of your feet. The sound of your breaths. Decide to be present and attentive. To here and now, you are sitting. Now, pay attention to your 5 senses. Suppose you are having an apple in your hand. Look at the color of the apple. Feel the texture. Smell the fragrances. Imagine the taste of this beautiful apple you are having. Beam out a sense of thankfulness for this tasty, relishable apple. Beam out a sense of thankfulness for the trees around, for the beautiful park you are sitting in. Give a big thanks for the food you have. For the children playing in the park. Or the chair, or whatever it is that holds your attention. Cherish what we have and find satisfaction where you are. Be now and here for a few minutes and see how a sense of calmness, peace, and bliss descend upon you. Be receptive, be sensitive, be there. Let meditation dawn on you. Take 2-3 long and deep breaths. Be aware of your body. Move your fingers and toes. Be grateful to the existence for this beautiful life. Pray to the God. May everybody be happy, healthy, and at peace. Rub your hands, feel the heat between them, and put on your eyes and face. Yes. Now we may have some talk, some queries if you have, some sharing. You can share something. You can ask something. Let's have a little talk for 5 to 10 minutes. Yes, anybody please. You can talk about your experience, your say on the pursuit of happiness, or any query you have. Kennedy Hodge.
It was a very good experience.
Wow, yes. Why,
And
how,
I think that your presentation is very good.
okay, right.
We have enjoyed the experience of this meditation.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. So nice.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Yes. Anybody else? Right. Nidhi Singhal ji is in Kenya itself or from India?
Swamiji from India.
Okay. Yes. Peter Mena, how was your experience?
Like I said, it was nice.
Wow.
At least having a walk in your body, that was a good experience.
You could feel it.
Yes, it's quite refreshing.
Wonderful. That's great.
Yeah, that's good.
That's great. Right. Okay, I'll name them, you speak. Holden. Holden would like to share something or ask. Lillian. No. Have you all got sleep? Okay. Faith. Yeah.
I,
Somebody is speaking. Yeah. Okay. Ashish ji.
yeah, I think Swamiji, they all are in a state of trance because after having some very good meditation, so
Right.
all of my friends are in a state of trance. This is what I am also feeling like because sitting, I said, when I have also to open my eyes, I was not feeling like opening.
Yeah. It's
So
actually
I was enjoying.
it's evening time and at
It's
this,
basically a state of trance. So
yes. Amardeep
yeah,
is
I think Amardeep is interested
Amardeep
in
will
something.
say something. Yeah.
Sir, it was mesmerizing. It was a very nice experience. But initially, when we started this meeting,
Yeah.
so you spoke about three things.
Yeah.
The first thing was we need to walk or we need to do some exercise.
Yeah.
So the problem which I face, despite having the best friends around, that is Mr. Bajaj, I do wake up early in the morning, but I find it very difficult to go down. Now, how to sort this out, please?
Very difficult to go for.
Walk and exercise.
But despite I am blessed with such a nice person around,
Yeah.
Bajaj sir is like a brother to me. And
Yes.
when I came to this country, we were very consistent for 4-5 months. We used to go every day.
Yes.
Now I do wake up in the morning, but I don't know, sir. I don't feel like going down. Maybe it's a Kenya weather, or maybe a procrastination which has just taken me out.
It is just procrastination. You have to make it a medicine for a few days, for 2-3 months, and then it will be your habit, your necessity. You will not be able to remain without it. So first 2-3 months you have to forcibly take yourself to Ashish Bajaj and accompany him and accompany him in his walk and exercise or anything. In the beginning we have to make some effort, and then it becomes effortless and joyous as well. So you have to do it. Wonderful. Right.
Well noted, sir.
Okay.
Right. Yes, sir. Ashish Bajaj ji.
Thanks a lot, Acharya Anupam ji. It was a wonderful meditative session, and I think all of my friends have experienced a deep meditation during this 1 hour, and I am thankful to you for sparing such time at so late hour in India. It's almost 10:30 in India, and it is a sleep time, and still you spared time for us.
It's my
And
pleasure and honor. Yeah.
thank you so much. And today is also India's Independence Day. So I convey my wishes to all my friends in India and all India's Independence Day. And thanks a lot to all my friends for joining. Thanks a lot once again.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for listening so patiently and with love. And thank you, Ashish Bajaj ji, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to have a talk with all your fellows. Thank you. So nice of you. And Dinesh, of course.
Yeah, thanks a lot to Dinesh ji also for sparing time, and all my friends who have joined this meditation session. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.